Hey everybody, this is Roberto Blake of robertoblake.com helping you create something awesome today. So today's video is about YouTube and about the whole sub-for-sub thing and why it's actually very bad for your YouTube channel. Today's video is actually brought to you by Cobra Commander, who wants you to remember that knowing is half the battle. So this video, I was considering doing a rant for it and making you hold on to your hats as I blow you away with that, but I decided to be a little more lenient about it because I think that most people who are on this sub-for-sub kick are younger YouTubers who don't know any better, so I want to take the time to address it in that way, and then later I might go in on a rant about it because I have some strong feelings about people who do know better who do it anyway. But the point is, a lot of you are younger YouTubers, a lot of you are gaming YouTubers, or you're new in the entertainment space or the beauty space and you don't know any better, and you've heard that sub-for-sub is a great way to grow your channel very quickly. There are a lot of negative things about this, and the first thing we're going to do is talk directly to how it actually negatively impacts your YouTube channel, since you probably will value that more than the philosophy behind why. But here's the thing. You go sub-for-sub, and people will sub to your channel because you sub to theirs. So if they're doing that, that means that they've subscribed to your channel whether they care about your content or not. And the bad part about that is that if they don't watch your videos, if they don't engage with your videos, they're going to throw your ratios off, and YouTube is going to list your videos as irrelevant and your channel is irrelevant because it's looking at watch time, it's looking at user engagement, and it's looking at view to subscriber ratios. So if you have a ton of subscribers and no views, then it's going to be a problem on your videos and they're going to get ranked lower. Now, some of you might be thinking, okay, well, Roberto, you have videos that have 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 views to your 20,000 subscribers. Guess what? I'm still within the ratios that YouTube deems appropriate. More importantly, my watch time is somewhere in this like crazy hundreds of thousands of hours number every 30 days. And my overall channel views are like, what is it now? Like 160,000 views per month. So I'm within ratios that YouTube finds more than acceptable, because you have YouTubers with 250,000 subscribers that might get 8,000 or 5,000 views on their videos. And part of it is this thing called subscriber burn, which I will cover in a whole nother video. Part of it is they don't get the updates in the subscriber box and things break there, etc., etc. So there are reasons why that happens, and YouTube takes that into account and looks for a very nice, specific ratio of what an appropriate amount of watches to a video percentage of subscribers are. And when you're a new channel, you want to be super tight with how many views you're getting to your subscriber ratio, and you should actually be overkill on that. If you have 20 subscribers, you usually end up having videos sometimes with like 200 views but only have 200 subscribers, and that's very favorable for you and will help you grow faster versus the other way around. So that's the problem with sub-for-sub and what that triggers in YouTube in the long term. And YouTube is actually very good at detecting when you have a high subscriber ratio for, okay, you've subbed to this many people and this many people have subbed to you. Someone accused me once of the fact that I only have the views that I have and the number of subscribers I have due to sub-for-sub. So what I did was I took the privacy that I was maintaining, which is my right, off of my subscriptions. And understand something, I'm a marketer, right? And I also do consulting for clients, and I actually do YouTube brand audits for people that pay me to do that. And that means that I research a lot of channels, and I research a lot of channels in my own space, in other people's space. So understand that my subscription is going to be high because I'm following industries, companies, trends, clients, and people that are competing with my clients, etc. And I have to be subscribed to those channels to get that information and for those things. Plus, I'm into so many different things that I'm going to subscribe to things that are useful to me across all the different things that I'm interested in, and a lot of it is very marketing based. So guess what? I do have 900 subscriptions. 900 is a lot smaller than 20,000. Now, philosophically, here's the other problem with sub-for-sub. I've gotten into the metrics and the algorithms and all of that stuff as to why YouTube is going to nerf you and punish you for sub-for-sub. But let's go ahead and talk about it philosophically. Sub-for-sub is pointless because the only reason to subscribe to someone's content is because you value and like their content and you want to see more of it. When I ask you to subscribe to my channel at the end of my videos, I've already created value for you. I've already given you useful information and told you that I'm going to offer more of that on a regular basis, and that if you subscribe, you'll be in the know of getting that moving forward. So I've created a reason for you to subscribe that has nothing to do with something that I need back from you versus something you gain. You gain value by subscribing to me, and that's the bottom line. Now, if you ask for someone to subscribe to you for you subscribing to them, that's a quid pro quo, but the value is diminishing returns, because do you really want someone subscribed that's going to eat away at your subscription number without engaging, without commenting, And then let's dip this further to some of you ask for shout-outs. Some of you comment in my videos and ask for shout-outs, and we have no relationship. Imagine if someone on the street asked you to vouch for them for a job. Would you be willing to do that? Would you put your credibility on the line for somebody you don't know and say, hey, this person's awesome, when you don't know if they're awesome? You don't know if they're like a supervillain, a serial killer, you have no idea who they are, but you're supposed to vouch for them. So when you ask me, hey, can I get a shout out in your video? I don't know who you are. Have you engaged me in social media? Have we been talking for weeks or months? Have you blown me away with your content? Why am I going to tell my audience, my huge audience, that you're amazing? They go check you out, and then they're disappointed, and I'm on the hook for that. Why would I do that to myself? So why would you ask me to do that if you respect me in any way, shape, or form, or the content or what I'm trying to do? So it's the same thing with the sub for sub thing. Why are you asking people to subscribe to you in exchange for a sub back? Why shouldn't they just subscribe to you because you are entertaining, or you do amazing quality work, or you create some kind of value or information they need? Why wouldn't you lead with that? Like, hey, subscribe to me if you want to learn about blah, 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 blah. But again, don't hijack other people's comments necessarily to do that. You want people to subscribe to you, you can comment on other people's videos and add to the conversation, and guess what? They will check you out. They will see the value you create. You can mention that you have a YouTube channel if you're doing it appropriate to what the conversation is, like a video about YouTubing. You could even ask questions like, hey, on my channel, I'm trying to do this. What's a good way to do that? Does anyone have some advice for me? And then people might come and see your channel, and they may or may not subscribe. I am in the comments in a bunch of different YouTubers that I interact with in social media and that I talk to. Some of them I have personal relationships with. Heck, Gary Vaynerchuk shouted me out in episode 66 of the Gary V Show, the Ask Gary V Show. He gave me a shout out in episode 66. Do you know why he did that? He did that because I'm constantly engaged in the Vayner Nation community. I constantly tweet stuff at him on Twitter, and I've had conversations with him, and he checked me out. He looked at what I was doing, thought, he's a guy who gets it. He's executing on things that I talk about, and he's a good example of what I'm talking about in marketing and branding yourself, blah, 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 blah. And he gave me a shout out on his show to his audience, and I got some subscribers off of that. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't ask for that, and that was tremendous for me. And it was because I was doing the right things, and I didn't have to ask for it. That's the point. People who have featured me on their channel, I didn't ask them, hey, can I interview on your channel? But I've asked other people if they want to interview on me, and I did that not because they asked me, but because I thought the value they created was amazing. I'm like, I want to share you with my audience. What? John Covington didn't ask to come on the YouTube channel. I asked him. When the school, when I did the interview with Chris and Jose, they asked me to come on the channel, and I love their stuff. I was planning to ask them to come on the channel before that, and we've been talking in social media for months before any of that manifested. So that's how you create a relationship and you get a shout out. That's how you get subscribers. That's how you do it the appropriate way. Is you should be in this for the relationships, and you should be leveraging your value, not trading a sub for sub, but getting a subscriber because you're worth subscribing to. That's the problem with sub for sub. It's you begging for something instead of commanding it through the value you create. And then on top of that, it sucks for your YouTube ratios and all the calculation algorithms, and that's why you're not going to rank and why you're not going to scale in YouTube and not going to get where you want to be, and you're going to level off. You might get 100 subscribers really quick. You might get 1,000 subscribers really quick, and then you'll never grow past that. That's why some people end up stagnant and they never grow in YouTube versus, you don't believe me? I gained, of my 24,000, 23,000, whatever the number is today, subscribers. I did a check. And you know what? In the last 12 months, I got 20,000 of those subscribers. I really do understand how this works. I could not have achieved that kind of growth, and I'm doing, I think, 3K net subscribers a month, even after losses and fake accounts closing and blah, blah, blah. I'm doing, and mistakes with the sub box button and clicking off and, oh, I'm not subscribed to that. Oh, wait, yes, I am. No, I'm not. All that nonsense. I still have over 3,000 new subscribers every month. And that means that at the end of this year, I'm going to, for this 12-month cycle, have done like 36,000 or 40,000 new subscribers. I'll probably close out the year with 50 or 60,000 subscribers total, something to that neighborhood. So that kind of growth does not just happen if you don't actually know what you're talking about and you're not, giving actionable advice. It doesn't work that way. So understand that when I tell you this, I'm trying to help you, and that I've done this successfully for myself and for other people, and that I know how the algorithms of YouTube work. But more importantly, as a marketer, I understand the human aspect of that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you have questions, leave those in the comment section below. I'm sure some of you are going to have a little bit of hurt feelings about this because you think that Sub4Sub is, awesome or whatever, and it's not. I will tell you flat out, anyone and everyone who leaves Sub4Sub in my comment section, I will be deleting or banning them. That's how it's going to be going forward, and I've been deleting them this far. I haven't been banning everybody. Some people are super aggressive about trying to hijack my comment section, and I do ban them, so understand that and understand what that's about. Anyway, like this video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the other awesome content on the channel if it's helpful to you. As always, you guys, thanks so much for watching, and don't forget, create something awesome today.